Hello, my name is Heather Frazier.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Linda.
Nice to meet you too. The purpose for our interview today is for a class assignment. It will last about 30 minutes long, and our focus is going to be on exploration of the issue and goal setting. So, before we start, I need to let you know that what is said here is confidential and it will not be shared without your permission. The only exception to this rule is if you tell me that you're going to hurt yourself or hurt someone else. Any abuse or neglect to a child, sexual abuse, those instances, I would have to report it to another agency.
Of course.
Right. Our interview will be recorded, and it will be reviewed by my professors, and a classmate will also review it. Is that okay with you?
Sure. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. You don't have to discuss anything in your personal life that you want to keep private. It's okay to decline the interview at any point to say, hey, I don't like this, I want to stop. That's fine too. I also want to remind you that I am a student in training, and there may be some issues that come up that you may need to seek a professional about. Do you have any questions about this?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. When you called for your appointment, you mentioned that you were concerned about your health and weight loss.
Yes.
Can you tell me about your concerns?
Well, I've been heavy all my life, and it's recently gotten to the point where I can't even get around anymore. I have a lot of pain in my knees and my legs, and I'm out of breath, and it's gotten so bad that I can take a shower and I'm just exhausted by the time I get out of the shower.
Right.
Or the bath. And my doctor has told me that I'm a diabetic, and he's told me I'm going to have to go completely on insulin if I don't lose some weight and get my blood sugars down, because my blood sugars, I'm on all kinds of medication, and they're not keeping, my blood sugars are still sky high. So my weight and my health is to a critical point right now in my life. I've got to do something. I'm killing myself, is
Right.
what the doctor said.
Right. How long have you been worried about your health?
For several years, like I said, I've been eating heavy all my life since I had my kids. I've been heavy, but I've been healthy. For a diabetic, I was diagnosed with diabetes when I was 39, and I'm 62 now, so I've been a diabetic for quite some time. But I've been healthy pretty much until, maybe 7, 8 years ago. And now I've just abused my body, and now it's beginning to show.
Right. Has there ever been a time in your life where you haven't been worried about your health?
Oh, yeah. Up until I was 40, I think, even maybe my late 40s. I should have been concerned, about my blood sugars, and weren't, because I felt good, and I was able to work and, do regular things. But now well, as a matter of fact, because of my health, I retired early. And, and I thought when I retired, I would take better care of myself. I would have more time to exercise and eat right. And I retired a year ago, and I haven't done that. It's been totally the opposite. I move less now than I ever have in my life. And all I do is sit around and eat, and, that it's just getting worse.
Okay, so what do you feel like has caused you to have an unhealthy lifestyle and weight gain?
Well, just lifestyle and choices. I don't exercise. I've not exercised to the point where I've gained weight, and now it's hard for me to even walk down the driveway or pack my groceries in. I have to get my grandkids to help me do that because I'm so out of shape. I get out of breath. And my doctor said, it's like a vicious cycle. I don't move, I don't exercise, and therefore you get to where you can't. And
Right.
so, you know,
Yeah.
I'm in a bad way.
Yeah, a body in motion stays in motion.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Are there any specific situations that lead you towards having an unhealthy lifestyle?
Well, I think I'm depressed. I know I'm depressed. And, you know, when you have a major health issue like diabetes, you know, a lot of times depression comes with that. And it's not been treated right now. My doctor, several years ago, my doctor retired. And then I couldn't find another doctor, and I switched over to a physician's assistant, and she was prescribing Cymbalta, you know, and that worked. But then she moved to Newburgh, Indiana, and I just haven't found another doctor. I have a diabetes doctor, but that's all he treats is the diabetes. He doesn't treat anything else. And I guess I need to find another doctor, and I just haven't. I was working and busy, and the depression is part of that too. You know, it's hard to care about stuff when you're depressed.
Right.
So you don't, you know, you don't do the things you're supposed to do.
Right. How would you like your health to be?
Well, I would like to, you know, get a good night's sleep at night and feel good when I get up in the morning. And I would, you know, like to be able to go to the park with my grandkids and be able to walk to the playground. You know, now I take them to the park, I sit in the car. And if I get out for anything, it's to go to the bathroom, you know. So I'd like to be a little stronger. You know, I'd like to feel like doing more things. You know, I don't get out. I don't visit with people. I don't have any hobbies. I just sit at home and read. I watch movies. So I guess a more active, you know, lifestyle would make me healthier and a lot happier.
Okay, so if you started to have this healthier lifestyle happen to you, what would be some small changes that you would start to see happening in order to get you to where you need to be?
Well, I used to work in my yard. You know, I've got flower gardens. I love trees and plants, and I used to get out and, you know, plant flowers and stuff, and I would like to be able to do that again. You know, I'm so big now that my knees hurt, and it's hard for me to get down, you know, close to the ground, and then when I get down, it's hard to get up. So I'd like to be able to do that again, you know, so that would be some changes, and I could be more independent. I wouldn't have to rely on my grandkids every time I went to the grocery to carry the heavy stuff, or even just to carry the stuff in, because it takes the wind out of me now. So, you know, weight loss would change my life dramatically, I think. I used to go to church, and I don't go to church now because I don't feel like getting out. You know, like I said, I get in the shower, and by the time I'm through showering, I'm too tired to get dressed. So, you know, it would change my life drastically if I could lose some weight. And, you know, I'd be a lot happier and more active.
Right. Excuse me. What are some of your personal strengths?
A strength?
Yeah.
That's hard to.
I know. It is. It's hard.
That's hard to think about. You don't. I don't know. In what? A personal strength. I'm dependable. I mean, you know, if I tell somebody I'm going to do something, you know, I'll do it. I'm on time.
That's a really good strength.
I pick up my grandkids from school occasionally. Help my daughter when she calls if she needs help with something.
Helpful and dependable. Those are some good strengths. They're very good strengths. Okay, I want you to think about your current environment. Do you have any resources?
Well, I don't see a psychologist or anything like that, and I need a primary care physician. I need a family doctor, which could, help with the depression, help me treat the depression. But not, I'm a member of the health park, but I don't go.
Right.
I went one time for counseling on diabetes, and I saw a lady that told me about portions, food portions, and she had a lot of little plastic food and stuff,
right,
to help me make better choices. But and Dr. Beebe hooked me up with that. But then I asked her if we had another appointment, and she said no, she couldn't think of a reason why. So that I don't know if there's more that somebody could help me with.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
So I guess no, I don't have a lot of resources.
Do you feel like you have an unhealthy eating habits?
I eat healthy. I eat too much. I like vegetables. I eat lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. I've cut down on salt. I eat too much fat. I'm sure of that. But now if I want dessert, I'll eat dessert. I eat all the good stuff plus the bad stuff.
Right.
I eat too much and too much of the wrong things. I've never been disciplined about my diet. I just always thought I could take the diabetes medicine and eat like I wanted.
Right.
And that was one reason I retired early, because I never had time to, plan my meals, and all that, because I was just too busy with work and kids. And now I thought I would, but I haven't. So,
right.
I don't know.
How does your family view your health issues?
I think they're worried about me. I have a daughter, and like I said, I help with her kids, and I think she's worried about me. My husband and I don't live together. We're separated. So, I live alone with 4 cats.
I bet they keep you company.
Yeah, and I don't have any other family. My brother died 2 years ago, and he was my only sibling. And both my parents have been dead for several years, so my mother didn't have any sisters or brothers, so I have no aunts or uncles or any other immediate family. It's just me.
So who do you think could help you contribute to your effort as far as having a healthier lifestyle and losing weight?
You mean a person?
Yeah, like in your support system. Who could help you with this, if any?
I don't think I have anybody, really, because my daughter is busy. She's got her own family to take care of. Now, I wouldn't want to bother her with that,
right.
And there is no other family member. I guess if I saw a counselor or somebody at the health park,
right.
that would be okay.
What coping methods do you use to manage situations in your life?
Oh, I don't think I've got any good ones.
No good one?
Uh, I cope by sleeping. A psychologist probably would say they were negative. You know, I sleep too much when I get upset. Um, I put things off. I procrastinate.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good. I pretend they're not happening. You know, I don't open the mail
Right.
if I can't pay the bill.
Right. Yes,
I just,
Yeah.
leave it sitting on the table. So I don't have any good ways to cope with my problems.
Okay. Okay, so if someone described your personality, how would they describe you?
My grandkids call me grumpy, and I am. You know, I don't enjoy good health. I don't feel well most of the time, and I am cross and grumpy with them. Um, Neighbors would say I'm friendly enough, I guess. I have teacher friends, you know, that I see from time to time, and they think I'm friendly and funny and
Right.
bubbly, and I am with them.
Yeah.
You know, I can be.
Yeah. Right. Okay, what makes you want to change your lifestyle to live more healthier?
Well, I don't want to. I mean, I know I'm going to die someday, but I don't want to right now.
Right.
And I would, you know, I'm retired and I'd like to enjoy life more and feel like, you know, enjoying life more.
Right. How do you think you can go about trying to lose weight so that you will succeed?
Well, number one, I've got to move. I have got to move. I mean, all I do is sit all day and read books, I can read anything. I love to read. And I watch movies on TV, and that's it. And I get up to let cats in and let cats out. They're my children. But that's all that I move. So I am going to have to find a way to put some movement in my life.
Okay.
Find a way to move. That's the number one thing. And I've been halfway decent on sugar. I mean, I don't keep sugar, you know, in my house, or, you know, I don't buy Twinkies, you know, maybe once in a blue moon.
Right.
But like my granddaughter likes to bake cookies, and of course, you know, Nana, you want a cookie? Sure.
Right.
So, you know, if it's there, I'm going to eat it.
Right. Can you tell me 3 of your top reasons for making this change for a healthier lifestyle?
My top 3 reasons.
Your top 3 reasons.
I'd like to live longer.
Right.
I'd like to enjoy a healthier lifestyle, and spend more time with my grandkids.
Right. Do you ever take walks with your grandkids, or?
No.
No.
My feet and legs ache all the time, and I move as little as possible because of the pain.
So if you were to take a walk, like how long do you think you could walk before you just couldn't, you know, the pain was so bad you couldn't move anymore?
I could probably go out the door and go 2 or 3 houses down the street before it would start hurting, before I'd have to stop and rest.
Okay. All right. So I hear you saying that you feel like if you could lose weight, you would feel better. You would, you know, be able to plant flowers, get up and down on your knees, you know, and you would be more mobile if you didn't have the weight gain. So it seems like to me you do feel like weight loss is a big thing that's holding you back from what you would like to do. Okay. So would you like to set that as one of your goals
Yes.
to work on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your challenge is weight loss. And you want to lose weight. And then whenever you have a goal, it helps to have objectives, which are small steps to meet the goal. That way it's not lose weight. You know, if I tell you to lose weight, you come back in 30 days. Are you going to lose any weight?
Right.
No.
Right.
So it's good to have the baby steps. So losing weight has to do with, you know, eating right and exercise. That's what you said.
Diet and exercise.
Yes, those were the two things that I heard you say earlier that you feel like was stopping you from losing weight. So I also heard you say that portion control was the biggest thing when it comes to eating for you.
That's right.
So have you ever, you know, what could you do to help with your portion control?
Well, I could start measuring and weighing my food, which, you know, I don't now. And when you live alone and you cook, you can't just cook 1 cup of something or a half a cup of,
Right.
you know, there's always more than one serving when you're to a recipe, you know, when you're planning a meal. So, pay more attention, you know, to portion control and just not eat so much. You know, I mean, I like fruits and vegetables and healthy stuff, but I eat twice as much as I should. I eat until I'm stuffed.
Right. So we need portion control. Okay, so that's one thing. And then the other thing that you said that had to do with your weight loss is you said exercise.
That's right.
And I heard you tell me earlier, too, that, you know, you said you could go out the door and walk 3 houses down. Do you think that a good objective would be to set that maybe once a day to come out and walk three houses down and come back?
I could do that.
You could do that?
Yeah.
Just
I
walk
could
once
do
a
that.
day, you know?
Yeah, walk 3 houses and then come back. And then when I can do that without pain, or maybe I could do 4 houses.
Right.
And then 5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, now that makes sense.
Yeah, you most definitely need to start small and pick something that is attainable, that you can set a goal that you can reach.
Right. And walking down the street 3 houses is a beginning.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It's a beginning.
Right. Okay.
And that's what I need to do. I just need to start it.
Right. Yeah, it's motivation is what is the hardest part, and it's hard for everyone.
Yeah.
It is. It's, you know, things are easier said than done. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
If I can't run, you know, I feel like if I can't run the marathon, I won't do, you know, I mean, why? But you're right, to start in small steps. You know, 3 houses is a start.
Right.
And just start with that.
Right.
And be satisfied with that.
Right. And then when
and
you
then go to the 4th house.
When you fail. Right. So we'll focus on the 3 houses, and as long as you walk those 3 houses and back, you've done your goal for the day. So
yeah,
we'll start
that'd be
with
great.
that. And then the other thing I heard you say that you needed to do that would impact your healthy lifestyle and walking and, you know, going towards a positive direction was, I heard you say that you need to find a doctor.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
So
I need to call. My daughter's given me the number of a doctor, and that's taking new patients, and sounds like he'd be a good fit for me, and I just have put it off. You know.
Right.
I've put it off, and I don't even know where the paper is with the number on it now, so.
Right. Do you have certain, like, limitations or as far as who you want your doctor to be? I mean, do they need certain criteria, or is it just like a regular physician?
I just need a regular physician. You know,
Just
like
a family doctor.
I go to a specialist for my diabetes, but I need somebody to be able to treat everything else too. You
Okay.
know, just a regular family physician.
Okay. So we're going to put that, so we need to find a doctor, and we're going to write that down for your goal. And then as far as the action steps, whenever you leave here today, I have a piece of paper that I'll give you, and it has a listing of all the family doctors in Owensboro, and it also tells you what insurance they take and whether they're accepting new patients or not. So I can give you that list.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great.
So how long do you think you need to give yourself to call around and find a doctor?
No more than a week.
A week?
A week.
Okay. So
No.
7 days. Okay. So, okay, in 7 days, you should have called and chosen a doctor. Do you think you can do that?
That's reasonable.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
Okay. All right. So, and like I said, I'll give you that paper before you leave, and it's real easy. It's got their addresses, their numbers, so that way if you want to try to find one close to your house so you don't have to travel far.
Okay.
But I'll give you that, and then your responsibility is to call within 7 days. Call around and choose a provider and set up an appointment.
Okay.
Okay, so when you do call around and you choose the one, make sure you do set up your first appointment.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll have that done.
I can do that.
Okay. So we'll have that done within 7 days. So we've got your goals and objectives set, and we're almost out of time. So I just wanted to ask you if there's any more questions that you might have.
No. I can't think of anything. But I feel really good, you know, just talking to you
Right.
about this. I feel like there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
because I feel like I can do these things.
Yes, and you can.
They don't seem insurmountable, and I don't, you know, my first reaction is usually to put things off, or I don't feel like doing, I'll deal with that tomorrow. You know, I don't feel like that. I've got a plan
Right.
in my mind
Right.
that I will walk 3 houses and turn around and walk back home. And then, you know, when I can do more, then I'll do 4, I'll do 5.
Right.
You know, and I feel real good about talking with you.
Good. Good. Okay, I want to thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate you for volunteering for the interview. And I'm going to give you, whenever we walk out, I'll give you the paper. And then, then don't forget that you need to call and make your first appointment within the 7 days. And then we're going to work on weight loss. And you just said you're going to walk the 3 houses. We've got that part. But with weight loss, you've got to eat right. You've got to do portion control.
It's the diet too.
Right. So you're going to start trying to measure out your portions.
Right.
Okay. Do you have the things at home that will allow you to measure
I've
portions?
got measuring cups and yes.
Okay. And also, you can Google portions anytime you fix macaroni and cheese. You can look at the serving size on the back of the box, or you can Google portions.
I didn't know that.
And it will tell you
on
how
your
much.
phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will tell you how much you're supposed to eat.
Okay.
And there's also do you have a smartphone?
Yes.
You like using a smartphone? Does it help you keep track of things?
Well, it would if I knew how. You know, I don't use it like my daughter and my grandkids do.
Right.
Because I just don't know how.
Yeah. They have apps that you enter everything you eat all day, and it'll tell you how many more calories you have left, as far as what you can eat or when you need to stop. And you can put in, like, I want to lose 10 pounds by next month. And it'll tell you exactly how many calories you're supposed to eat. And it's interactive.
In order to reach that goal.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll jot down a couple of the names of the apps, and you can just explore them and look at them
Okay.
and see if that'll help you with your portion control.
And I know my
keeping it
granddaughter can help me.
Oh,
She's
yes.
always teaching me what my phone will do. I'm always learning something new.
Right.
So I'll ask her about that.
Okay.
But that would be great.
Yeah, that is. Grandkids are helpful.
Oh.
Kids know so much about technology.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's ridiculous how much they know.
I taught kindergarten, and they always knew. Those kids knew more than I did
Oh, yeah.
about the computers and the
Right.
iPads and everything.
Right. Okay, well, we're about out of time. So once again, I want to thank you for volunteering, and
You're welcome.
thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And we'll go up here and we'll get your paperwork.
Okay.